It is a little after 5 a.m. here in Sydney, Australia. It's Sunday morning. Wherever you're tuning into this, I say welcome. To give you guys a heads up, we're watching McGrill versus Beluda, and it's round 3. I'll let you guys check in real quick. I also, on another screen, if anybody's staying tuned to it, I also have the UFC Azerbaijan card on a side screen. So I got, oh, big left hook by McGrill. McGrill's a nice boxer. I got the boxing in front of me, the UFC right here, because I know some of you guys have been asking to pick some of the UFC fights. I know a lot of you. Oban Elliott just lost. He was $1.18. He lost to a South Korean lost unanimous decision. And Peter McGrill, our bread and butter. Yeah, let's get to that Tomas Rubikava. Yeah, let's address the elephant in the room first, boys. The long parlay, done and dusted. And you know what? Somebody asked me on the live stream yesterday about making adjustments. So I told them I made one adjustment regarding my betting patterns. After the Rubikava loss in Long Beach, I've made a second adjustment. McGrill just dropped Beluda, just to give you guys up. So let me finish that thought. Yeah, Rubikava, Robert Garcia, stable guy. You know, he had one draw, huge favorite, like 12-1. And there were a lot of rounds hard to score. And like you said, he lost a split decision. One judge gave it lopsided to his opponent. One guy gave it lopsided to him. And another judge, it was kind of 50-50. But, yeah, I wasn't mad about his opponent getting the victory. Towards the end of the fight, his opponent was winning a lot of the later part of the rounds. But here's that adjustment I'm making. No, even if they're dull, like I'm no longer taking on my long parlays, I'm no longer taking any sort of giant favorite. There's no point of throwing $1.06 on a parlay. Yeah, Mercado fight was scored a draw. I know. Look, horrible. But Stevens came through, and I won money on Stevens. And we broke the Stevens fight down on the live stream. So that was fun. So like I said, the betting, you know what you're getting into. Yeah, you did. Go. I remember you said stay away from Rubikava. Yeah, so I'm still learning too on my systems. But we got Peter McGrill fighting right now. I have, I took Stevens. I have 4 parlays working. And I won big on the method of victory parlay for Brian Norman Jr. and then lost the Arenado fight. But yeah, so kind of up and down. If we're looking at my wins this week based off of quantity, I'm up a lot. Because I only put a little bit of money on the long parlay. So when a guy like Rubikava loses, I feel more bad for you guys who listen to me. But a lot of you guys, I love the fact that a lot of you guys don't listen to me, and then when we do see eye to eye, we talk it out. That's my favorite thing about the channel. I got to be honest with you. The last thing I ever want to do is create a following where everybody listens to me and nobody thinks for themselves regarding these matchups. I got to be honest with you. So when people don't agree with me, I love it. That's what we want. We don't want an echo chamber. We want boxing heads in here who aren't afraid to go against the grain, who aren't afraid to be the contrarian. And GOAT, and the best thing about that is there's one thing, like you guys said, a couple of the big guys on social media picked Sasaki to beat Norman. When people do that, they do it just, maybe they'll get an upset. They do it without reasoning. But when you guys pick or stay away from fights, there's always reasoning behind it, and I always ask you for that reasoning. So yeah, I salute that. Everybody checking in with this live stream. I started it a bit early because I wanted to get on for this Beluda McGrill fight. It's a fun fight. 4th round. I got to be honest with you. This is the first time I'm watching McGrill live. He has some good game to him. And he's fighting a very aggressive Romanian fighter, Beluda, with only about 4 knockouts. But it's a fun fight. But McGrill's controlling everywhere the fight goes. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And guys, hold me accountable. Moving forward, when we're doing the long parlays, and you see my punk ass putting on $1.05 or $1.06, be like, Johnny, why would you add the $1.06? Hold me accountable because there's no value. The risk versus reward on throwing $1.06 on a long parlay is awful. But on that same parlay that got busted, I had David Stevens at $1.78 to add it more value, and now that parlay is busted. But fortunately, I took David Stevens on a separate ticket to win on the money line, and so we're active. Is Game 7 today? See, I'm oblivious with all the boxing. I didn't know Game 7 was today. I'm sorry about that. OKC literally shit the bed in Game 6. But, you know, they're a different team at home. Okay, no, so yeah, today's my Sunday. So guys, wherever you're tuning in, like this video. If you're tuning in live, let me know if you are on the fights. We got the fights in Birmingham. Peter McGrill's fighting next. Then Kona is fighting afterwards, and then the main event, Galal Yafai. And then I also have the on a side screen, I have the UFC. Nice. I'm glad that you went against me. Sometimes it goes, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The main event, I'm fighting Johnny. Let's do it. If we scrap, we got to go. This is what I tell all the boys that I used to work at this health club with 30 strength. It was a massive place in Sydney. There were 30 plus strength coaches. And the way the business model is that if you're a coach at this health club, you don't work for the gym. You kind of like pay like how tattoo artists are at a tattoo parlor. You pay for the chair, you pay rent. So that's what it was like. And we had one room for like group training, but I hung a heavy bag in there and I boxed in there with my clients, and all the strength coaches, the PTs, would always, every now and then would come in and, Johnny, let's spar, Johnny, let's spar, Johnny, let's spar. And I had one rule, because these are guys who just think that they could fight because they see it. I was like, if we spar, we're going 10 3-minute rounds. I was like, none of this bullshit, 1 round for 2 minutes or 3 1-minute rounds. If you want to put the gloves on and spar me, we're going 10 threes with 20 seconds of rest. And some agreed to it because I weaponize. The one thing I do is I weaponize my cardio. I'm going to drown you with my cardio. And then I'm going to watch you, if you're not a boxer, I'm going to watch you get tired, and then I'm going to stop you to the body. That was always my game plan. That was always my game plan at the gym. Like, I'm not an asshole, so I'm not going to sit down on punches at the head. I'll tap my jab, but I'll lean on you. Because guys who don't box don't know how to clinch. They don't know how to lean. They don't know how to use, their body weight. So I lean, and then tap, and as soon as you hear that breathing heavy, I'm ripping that body, and then usually they don't come back because it's disrespectful. I had a PT once come in there with the mouthpiece and was like, yo, this dude didn't talk to me. Like, I saw these guys every day, a lot of them. They wouldn't talk to me at the gym, and this one dude, Charles, I'll put him on blast, walks into the studio with a mouthpiece. Mind you, we had no relationship, and he goes, let's spar. And I see him have a mouthpiece. Guys, that is, I don't know, it's one of the most disrespectful things that I could take. So when he said that he was with one of his boys, I said, film this. I was like, we'll spar, but film this. And I pieced him up for like 3 rounds, and I was headhunting, and he had 2 black eyes. And afterwards, like, because he had to work, he asks to spar again. And I said no. I was like, I'm not going to spar you again because nothing's going to change. But this is a good fight. What's up, guys? Dude, McGrill just got wobbled. Beluda, is throwing, but he really doesn't have that much power. So I think McGrill just thinks that he can't get hurt. I know. I got it. This would have been in 2017, 2018. Charles, yeah, dude. My whole thing is, like I said, even growing up as a kid in Youngstown, because, my dad first took me to a boxing gym and so I wouldn't get bullied. And then he would have, like, as a little kid, he would have rules. Like, I would get in trouble if the teachers called and said I got into a fight. So I learned early that I wasn't allowed to fight, only if somebody was like, if I had to. And You know, so that taught me to, you know, I'm never like, I was never a bully and not a mean person. I don't know if Silva won. I know Blessings is on our live stream. I'm waiting to see if Silva won. Coolio Wango, my long parlay shit the bed. Rubicava $1.06 ruined it, but I got 4 active ones. Do I think Yafai will win? Yeah, I got Galal Yafai winning that fight, and I know some people were kind of jumping on a knockout either way. Silva didn't fight yet. Perfect. All right, this Peter McGrill fight, Beluda fight, is actually an exciting fight. Beluda comes from Romania. Dude, Peter McGrill, bloody nose, swollen under the eye. I wish he'd be a little bit more defensive-minded, McGrill. Because McGrill has skills, but he's putting himself in danger. Right now on the UFC, Naimov is fighting Bograd. That's the start of the main event. So I got the boxing here, the UFC here. He didn't look rocked, or maybe it was off balance then. Maybe he didn't look buzzed. I'm talking too much then. Thanks for calling me on that, Havelock. I know, so on the UFC, there's already been an upset. 2 upsets if you're looking at the odds. Kamaru Usman's brother was a 248 underdog, and he won. And then the Welsh gangster, Oban Elliott, was $1.18 and lost. Happy coffee. I told you guys before, this is literally the only supplement I take. I've been training, you know, my whole life. I come from that generation where they used us as guinea pigs regarding supplementation. So I graduated high school the year 2000, and I remember at the shopping malls, all the shopping malls would have, and I don't know if they're still there, they would have GNCs in them. And sorry for my ignorance, but they don't have that chain in Australia. In GNC, you would get like, mate, we were on, our coaches would give us these energy pills. They were called, I don't know if you guys remember, they were called Yellow Jackets. Oh my God. It was legal, I think it was legal methamphetamine. They were called Yellow Jackets, and they were tablets. And then they ended up getting banned. They were legal, and then they got banned in like 2002. And they did this a lot with the supplement products. The one Mark McGuire allegedly was on, andronistine, Andro. You used to be able to get Andro at GNC. But I think McGuire was on the other saucier stuff. Victor hit me when I was home crying. My mom said, "You better beat his ass." I'm gonna beat. Yes, Rando. Yep, that was the rule of the household too. If you get beat up, you coming home and I'm beating you up. But my dad also had a rule that said if you get jumped, he was like, if you get jumped by 4 more people, you better take one to the hospital with you. So that never happened. But in my head, whenever I had like dicey situations, it was 4-on-1, 5-on-1. The game plan would always be to grab one, and as I'm on the bottom of the pile, either getting kicked, I'm doing damage on the one. So my dad was like, if you go to the hospital, you better bring one with you. Great advice, Pops. I think the best advice my dad ever gave me, some of the best advice, was at nightclubs. This is when I got to the age of going clubbing, because like, it was huge in my hometown. We were going to the nightclubs dancing when we were like 18. Like, our generation, man, I come from a school where we had school dances every weekend, hip-hop dances, and it was more about dancing and hanging out with friends. And he was like, Johnny, never stay at the club until when it closes. He was like, A, because the only guys there when it closes are guys who want to fight or guys who couldn't get a girl. And he said, if a fight does break out, always lean up against a wall so nobody can hit you from behind. So I always kept that in mind. My dad had a lot of street smarts. He taught me a lot about like handling myself. How are you guys scoring this fight? It's mid rounds. I think it's the 6th. It's competitive enough from what I'm seeing. Are you guys scoring McGrill? I'm just seeing that just based off of McGrill's, control of the center. And Beluda's work is a lot less classier, and he's awkward. Beluda's an awkward guy. Yeah, but my dad was raised, he came to this country. He came to America with immigrant parents. They didn't even speak English. Okay, good. Yeah, good. Yeah, McGrill's work is classier, but the interesting thing is at this level, this fringe kind of level that McGrill's on in the UK, it's almost like it's taught in them to be a dog, which we're here for, but they kind of slip up a bit sometimes on the IQ side of things and the defensive sound side of things, because all they have is that dog, which is fine, but it's tough to get to. It's tough to make a world-class career out of that style. All right, the boys are getting their hands wrapped. Galal Yafai looks calm. Francisco Rodriguez Jr. is a dog. This is gonna be a fun fight. I'm gonna leave it. This is gonna be because I get the zone and like it down here, even on the crack streams, I couldn't watch the top rank card, so I haven't been able to stay on a live stream in a couple weeks during one of our bets. So I'm excited about this. Yeah, GOAT. Yeah. Add Fringe UK fights to our. We have a growing list. We have a growing list of adjustments I'm making with betting. Fringe heavy, like domestic heavyweights, anything, pretty much anything $1.06 under, I'm staying away from here on out. Over, you boys. Yep. So guys, we're halfway through, almost halfway through round 7. Here we go. See this. Look, you got to tip your hat to McGrill's willingness to engage, but I mean, move your head a bit, mate. he's fighting the whole time. Southpaw here, a little. Let's slip that. Simpson versus Tucker. Who do I got? I got you, high Tucker. Toxic. If you want to watch my breakdown and analysis, it's on my channel. It's it's on my playlist. Fight predictions. I tell you the reasons why too. It's a fun fight. That's a fight flying under the radar. They're literally now just pot shotting. From what I'm seeing with Beluda, he's looking like he's trying to get knocked out. A big head clash. Like if McGrill, I think McGrill should stop Beluda based off of McGrill's skill set. And what how Beluda's boxing, running in there with his chin up. Beluda's running in there with his hands down like this. It's like, reminds me of, kids who used to fight in the 2nd grade. No, I told you guys about Tucker. In my breakdown, GOAT. Watch the breakdown. I told you how unorthodox Tucker was. And look, this isn't supposed to be an unfair comparison, but I said Tucker was kind of akin to some of the things that Emmanuel Augustus would do in the ring. And there's, sometimes in Tucker you see a little bit of Jaron Ennis. Havelock, if you're feeling hesitant, don't bet. All right, 15 seconds left in the 7th. You guys who picked that over is looking tasty. Man, McGrill gets hit way too much. He's getting hit with shots against an opponent that he shouldn't be getting hit against. Nah, I think Tucker beats Truck. Josh, I broke that fight down on my channel. It's up on my playlist. Go to fight predictions. Yeah, Jai Tucker beats. Yeah, not worth the squeeze. Yeah. The thing about Simpson, he goes through these lulls during a fight where he doesn't throw enough punches, doesn't have enough volume. I don't want to call him one-dimensional, and he's still young. He could still develop. But when he's at his best, he has that prodding forward, front foot, southpaw. I talked. His best work is when he's working the body, but I don't think he's gonna be able to put Jahai in those situations. And Jahai's a classy fighter for 22 years old, and he's still developing. Yeah. And I give a lot of the advantages to Jahai as well. Everything from, the looks he's going to show him to who he's been in there with. I mean, I always talk about it. You're not going to hear a lot of channels talk about it, but I mean, they Top Rank. Capo just got dropped. Oh, they're calling it a slip. Top Rank paired Jahai Tucker up when he was 20 with Nick Flaz. And we know Nick Flaz has a few losses, but if you guys are unaware of that name, check him out. He's a very fun, exciting fighter with a fan base. It's a tough out for anyone, especially a 20-year-old. And some of the other names. So I like the resume. I like what he's looked like, since turning pro. I like how, he's not been in there with easy fights. This won't be an easy fight. I think he's a level above. I think his development's been quicker than Simpson's. And I don't know if Truck knows what sort of fighter he is yet in terms of his style, the weight class issue we'd have to talk about in terms of who naturally fights where. This fight's at 160. So there's little variables that might not seem like a big deal on paper when guys are fighting, but all those little things are generally helps decide the outcome of these fights. All right, Beluda's slowed down a lot. He's just standing in the corner. I don't know if he's trying to bait him, trying to counter McGrill now. And McGrill's clinging on, holding on. You guys got 90 seconds left in the 8th. There's a fight after this that it's the Kona Walker fight that has some saucy odds that I know a lot of people have been flip-flopping on. Exactly. GOAT. So GOAT, when you dissect that, so I brought it up in passing in my analysis, but when you find out that he fought at 180, and then you start researching it, you go down this little rabbit hole and you'll find an interview he gave. And in that interview, he talks about how he goes through these moments in the ring and out of the ring of not being focused. And to hear that from a 25-year-old, I don't like hearing that. I don't like hearing that. So that's another thing. I don't like how Walker looked in his last fight. He was losing every round until he got the knockout. I mean, if that's enough for you to think that you're going to see that against Simpson and Simpson's going to make him pay, then take Simpson. Good point. However you saw him losing every round, I didn't see him losing every round. But even if you did, and you then have to ask yourself, what is Truck's path to victory? Even with Jahai losing every round and then getting the stoppage, he still got the stoppage. And he still won. What is Truck's path to victory? That's the big question you have to answer. Unless you're just a diehard Truck Simpson fan, because on Instagram, on my personal Instagram, I'm more active there than, I'm active here. This is my bread and butter. My secondary in terms of commenting is on my private Instagram, my personal page, which is my name. And I'm noticing there are a lot of Truck Simpson fans, but I think those are a lot of guys who followed him since the amateurs, a lot of Baltimore guys. Do you see Simpson's beating Tucker? No, I got Jahai winning. Brooklyn versus Baltimore. Tucker, there's people who believe that this fight's only going down because Simpson, the social media, online back and forth stuff. It's an exciting fight. Definitely flying under the radar. The storylines, the rivalry. I meant the last part of my statement as a sentence. You mean I meant the last part of my statement as a question? I missed something, Dave. Guys, round 9. McGrill, Beluda. Who's up? If you notice, too, in both of these guys' styles, neither one of them is sitting on anything. Yeah. I don't want to get too excited. They're just like pitter-patter. Okay, I think Tucker is better than Vladimir Hernandez. Okay, makes sense. He's had some tough fights. He's a tough guy to, he's one of those names in boxing when you have him on your resume, you kind of have to respect. Dude, some of the things Beluda does, especially defensively, are like, I don't even want to say day one things, and I'm not dogging him, But some of the way he's reacting, he might be ready to go here, guys. Like, when you're in the clinch and in the pocket, the last thing you're taught is to reach. You know, when you're getting hit, the last thing you're taught is to reach. And Beluda is punching with his chin up and then reaching. And it's just kind of crazy that McGrill, I think McGrill could stop him if he wants to. But like I said, Beluda is awkward. Like he's throwing, I've never seen a guy throw his rear uppercut without throwing, you know, guys will throw it without throwing their jab. But Beluda is throwing it using his head as the jab. Beluda's throwing his uppercut, stepping in with his head, and then winging it like that. It's insane. He calls himself El Capo. He does seem like one of those guys, like a nightmare to spar, though. He just seems like a nuisance, Beluda. He'd just annoy you. Yeah, I like things technical. I would definitely be annoyed with him sparring him. Guys, it's round 9. You guys hit the over. Salute. Rando called that. Some of you boys love those overs. Salute. You guys do really well hitting those overs. Right now, I'm graduating my betting game from money lining to method of victories. So I don't really get an option on these overs, but a poor man's never read. Not a bad call. There is. The worst allergies in the world are here, David. So the largest pollen, Google this, the largest pollen count in the world is Sydney. And if you have allergies, like I'm allergic to cats, I'm allergic to dust, I'm allergic to penicillin, I'm allergic to pollen, I was that little kid who had to be like inside all the time. Even like when I played football, when the grass would be cut, my eyes would be swollen and itchy. So yeah, and it's winter right now. I'm congested. So if that's why you asked, good call. All right, guys, the over you guys hit. And Rando, if you're on the live stream, if you guys didn't tune in yesterday, I asked you guys for your picks because you guys tune in and you know I give you mine. But yesterday I asked you for yours. And Rando gave us his, and so I posted it. I posted them. So those then you not only get the shout out, but I create the post. So moving forward, if you guys want me to post on your individual picks on the page, let me know and I'll do that. Because I know a couple of you guys trailed Rando's picks, and that's cool as hell. People win off of people on the page, not just me. That's what we want. We wanted McGrill. I think the over for Tucker. Yeah, I like that, David. All right, guys, round 10, 2.5 left. I'm not going to tell you. You know, I got McGrill on two parlays. I didn't take the over, but I don't want to jinx it. Obviously, I took the money line, and I took this fight, McGrill by decision, which juiced the odds up. So I don't want to say it until we got to the 10th. We'll see if I get cursed. I cursed us last time I said that during the goddamn Justice Hooney fight, and now McGrill is throwing bombs. Beluda just seems like he's tough to get out of there. Guys, like this video wherever you're tuning into it. 29 minutes in, we're going to keep this on for the rest of this fight card. Later on today, we have that top rank card. I have to spend time with my girl, which I get to spend time with my girl. So, and I don't have a live stream for the top rank card, so I might not be able to get here for the Jahai Tucker truck card. But first things first, 1:20 left in this fight. Beluda versus McGrill. McGrill is way up on points. The only question is if you guys pick the knockdown prop, a stoppage prop, or a decision, basically a method of victory. And McGrill is going for the knockout. Oh my God, the third time Beluda hits the canvas, but the ref calls it a slip. He is getting hit with pot shots. either McGrill doesn't have pop or Beluda has a granite chin. I really haven't looked too much into Beluda's stats. I know that he only has 4. No, so ESPN Plus guys, we have it. I have ESPN Plus, but it's a regional streaming service, meaning that down here in Australia, on our ESPN Pluses during Sunday, my Sunday right now, they play rugby. They'll play rugby. They'll play bullshit ass swimming. They'll play punk ass like, you know, non-boxing stuff. I don't want to offend anybody. And if you guys ever get offended, oh, again! What the fuck? He dropped. I didn't pick an. I sound like I picked a knockdown prop, but I didn't. All right, good. I hit twice. Yeah, I hit big on that. All right, good. We happy. We're back. Rubikava, you're in the past. Rubikava, you mean nothing to us. All right, so I hit twice on that. It was getting dicey though. We got the decision, which juiced those odds up. But Beluda thinks he won this fight. It was a fun fight. Look at Beluda dancing. He's wild. Google thing is the thing where you get every sport live, sport including paper. You look into Google thing, white Google stick. I'm going to write that down. Thank you, brother. I'm going to write that down. All right, we're about to see the cards here. All right, did you see a knockdown in the Yafai fight? Do I see a knockdown? I do see a knockdown. I do see a knockdown. I can see a knockdown. I can see somebody getting dropped. And guys, if you look at the styles, I could see Yafai getting a knockdown early, like having Rodriguez get dropped early. I'm not saying he's going to get stopped early, but based on their styles, I could see that happening. And Yafai, I think we should expect Yafai to come out like a little, really aggressive early. And it's just going to come down to, will he be able to keep that pace up? Because Rodriguez is a seasoned pro. It's a fun fight. I'm really excited for this fight. All right, UFC parlay we got live. I took Muhammad Nayav. He was a 148. Nayav just beat Bogdangrad, so I'm up there watching boxing deal. I think it's 80. I think it's 80 a year. I'm gonna look into it. And that's the thing at this stage of the game where I'm at in my life. I don't mind paying for a service, as long as the product is good, and that's anything. That's with like hotels, restaurants. In life, my whole philosophy is I have no problem paying for a good service. It's always unfortunate, though, when we pay for something and the service is shit. Or, like, you go out to eat and, you pay a lot of money and you leave kind of unfulfilled. Maybe the food quality was low. Or, like, you pay to travel and you're at a hotel and you stay in, like, a nice hotel, but, like, something doesn't... My point is, life is too short to go cheap on, like, nice things. Like, I don't really spend money on objects. I'm not an object guy. I always tell you guys that. But when I travel, I like staying at nice hotels. I like going to nice restaurants. So I'll pay for experiences. So I have no problem doing that. Guys, we have fights. You guys have Tuesday night fights. So I forgot to tell you. It's my Wednesday here, and I'll be uploading on the channel. You got Liam Perro and Liam Wilson fighting on Tuesday night. Yeah, Capo's out of his mind, Daniel. I was going to say, one of the judges gave it to, oh my God. One of the judges gave it to, maybe, I got to rewatch, I'm not going to rewatch the fight. That's insane. The announcers sound like they were shocked too. Kona Walker's next, guys. Yeah, that scoring was insane. Yeah, so I got Peter McGrill on one parlay by decision, and then I got him at $1.62 on points. He looks like Maxie Hughes, don't he? Is Kona Walker Maxie Hughes' brother? Ha! Oh my God! Am I tripping or is that? Yeah, 8-2. That's about right. I mean, even the I think it was the Rubalcaba fight. One of the judges had it. What was it? An 8-rounder, like 6-2 one way, 6-2 the other way, and then +1 the other way. See, that's when I brought up on the live stream about not getting greedy. So, as a gambler, and you guys know, greed doesn't necessarily mean how much money you bet. Greed means throwing $1.06 on a parlay. That's where, and that comes down. That comes down to discipline. Who you got for Walker? I got Kona Walker winning this fight, and I got Walker at a. It's a tough foot, Liam. I got Walker at $1.43. I need Kona Walker to come home, and I need Galal to win, and then I hit 2 parlays. Well, one I hit a long parlay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I have an 8-leg working. I need Kona and Galal on the money line on one of them, and then I have a method of victory parlay with McGrill by decision. I'm not gonna. Just for fun, I got Galal by stoppage on one of them. Walker 143. Did you play? Yeah. Why did those bets change? What are those odds now, Mark? Yeah, they've gone down. Even on my book, Kona's now $1.38. But Mark, you have to remember that we have to bet the draw here. So the Mayweather, the top ranked card starts hours from now. So what I'm gonna do is after Birmingham, I'm gonna go train and work out and go to lunch with my girlfriend and then come back and then we'll see what time it is. But I prioritize this because on Sundays I gotta prioritize my relationship too. Me too. I have it by knockout. Okay, good. Good. Mark got mine $1.32. Okay. Yeah, Mark, remember, they force us to take the 3-way parlay, so the draw affects our odds. I know. Why? And you guys were, I've been getting kind of questioned all week where Yusuf fights Oderty. Yusuf. Somebody want to see that Yafai versus Rodriguez not going the distance on one parlay. Nice, Thomas. I don't see that fight you're asking about, Yusuf. Could somebody help us out? Is anybody seeing the Yusuf fight? Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it either. McGrill clinch. Good. Chinchilla in the house eating. He's not on another person's card. Yeah, I don't see it. All right, maybe it's off. Maybe they pulled it. You think so? At the time, Chris, when I put my bets in, I was only getting offered the method of victory, so I got Kona money line. I got Vito. I think Vito wins by stoppage. I mean, it's the card's kind of built around him. New Jersey boy coming home. There's an Aiden Ross card. Oh God, I just found out that's a streamer, isn't it? It's weird. I had no idea until recently. This cross intersection of streamers and boxers. Oh, don't ask me about it. I mean, any eyes on the sport are good, but the sport's not always good. I'll just leave it at that. I bet on Yusuf, but when I didn't see it. Maybe it got pulled back. Okay, so you guys have, that's a legit fight. So in America, you guys are allowed to bet on influencer boxing? Is that what I'm learning here? Yeah, I don't see it. I don't have it. Guys, we got the Kona Walker coming up, that fight, and then we got the main event. Yep, we got 2 fights left. So wherever you're tuning in, if you haven't already, could you like this video? And then let me know who you got in this fight. Let me know how your parlays are going, where your money's at. I got Kona on the money line here. Nice. Yeah, I wrote a whole book about my daily routine. That book up top. I know, so 24-hour reset. You can buy it. It was in bookstores. It's in bookstores here in Australia. You can buy it online. It's basically everything I do before I leave the house. All right, guys, I'm going to step out real quick. I'm going to leave the stream on, though. I have to go get a muesli bar. So I'm going to leave the stream on. I just have to step out the room real quick to grab a muesli bar. Stayed away from the walk part. Yeah, it's going to be a close fight. I hope Vito loses the heart of his life. Yeah, so if you're on the live, I'll be right back. I'm going to leave this on. I got to step out and grab something. The Kona Walker fight's next. All right, here we go. Rubalcava. Yeah, exactly. We talked about it. I'm back, guys. MMA, what's up? MMA, I got it. I saw that video you sent me, MMA Better, on my email. Are you? Because I know a lot of folks have been asking me. I get a lot of requests to go live. Let me know if that was you who sent me the clip of a YouTube like 13 years ago. You said. I think that's you. If that's so, yeah, let's link something up. But yeah, Rubalcava ruined our first parlay. So we talked about it when I first jumped on, how no more $6s. I'm making an adjustment. No more $6. What? Stupid. Oh, it wasn't you. Okay. It wasn't you. Somebody else with something similar to MMA. Somebody's email. I get all these emails. So if you're on here and I haven't responded to an email, let me know. So we got the Kona Walker Liam Taylor fight next, and then Galal Yafai. I just need those 2 to hit. Let me know if you guys, we just watched the Peter McGrill fight. If you're just catching this now, McGrill won via decision. A lot of us took him on 2 separate parlays, money lined him, and then I took him method of victory. What's up, Tipkin? Wherever you guys are, welcome to this live stream. We're about 45 minutes in. Like this video at 1,000. Which item is short 3-leg parlay? I got Kona on a money line, and Tycoon. When I got Kona, he was $1.48. Kona, however they say it. He was $1.48. So on the money line, I felt like that was good enough value. He's dropped on my book to $1.33 now. So if you want to get some action, maybe call, somebody else on here. Goat. If Goat's still on here, do you think Conor Walker wins the decision or wins by stoppage? Anybody else here? I got 500 on no knockdown. Nice in the suit. Havelock, look at Havelock. Always has these sort of maneuverability bets where and when you hit him, I'm like, damn. I like where your mind's at regarding your betting style, Havelock. I salute. He's a 310. Guys, the fight's about to start. Havelock, he just gave you a suggestion. No knockdowns under 6 rounds. So if you could get that, I mean, I would Goat, I'm here, probably a decision. All right, to answer your question, the boys are saying probably a decision. Dorian and Francisco and Liam Taylor on the same ticket. Good luck, National Black Accord. You're going against the grain with this fight, but my hats are off to you. I laid off this. Okay, so a lot of people have. Here we go. So we got some people going for Liam Taylor. Good odds here. And some people, either way, I mean, Liam Taylor is the underdog. You're going to get good odds. But if you would have gotten Conor Walker early, you would have got good odds. So it's going to be a fun fight. It's going to be interesting. Tycoon, I got Yafai on the main event. Also, if you guys have any, if you guys have any UFC action, I have the UFC Azerbaijan card playing right here as well on silent because I have a little bit of side sneaky action on the UFC. Sadikov. All right, I need him to win. Let's go. How many fights until Khalil Roundtree? 4. Right now, Nicholas Moda and Sadikov are fighting the second fight on the main card. So I could go over that with you real quick. So as the fighters are being walked out, Conor Walker and Liam Taylor, there are 4 fights left in the UFC if you guys want to get sneaky action. You got Muasev versus Orlabai. I have Orlabai in that fight. Curtis Blades versus Kuniev. I took Kuniev in that fight. Faziev versus Bahamondes. And then Jamal Hill versus Roundtree. That's if you guys want to go get some sneaky action on some UFC. But our wheelhouse, this card is cursed. Which card, Pageants? The UFC. Oh, Obon Elliott, Pageants. Obon Elliott, come on. Yeah, so I had 2 sneaky ones, Pudgeons. So that one we did 3 days ago with Obon Elliott. Yeah, 4 dogs won. But here's what I have working. The UFC ticket I have is I took Naimov at $1.38, Sadikov at $1.24, Musayev at $2.52, and then Kuniev at $2.98, and that's it. We'll see what happens. I know no one picked Ko to win. And who would have thought the South Korean was going to come in there and grapple? I only got to see a little bit of it. I got to see the 3rd round, and I just saw Elliott wasn't even able to get off of his back. So Adrian, I like it. Adrian, let's come through. Let's go, boys. Oh, I got to get loose. Wait, who you got? Kiva. For the UFC, there's 4 fights left. I have a 4-way working. One of my fights have already gone. I took Naimov at $1.38, Sadikov at $1.24, Musayev at $2.52, and then Kuniev at $2.98. The reason I'm taking Kuniev over Blades is just Blades out of his last 5, he's gotten stopped. And I don't think so. Faziev, granted, hasn't won fights in a while. He lost two decisions to Gaethje. His leg got hurt against Gamrot. And in turn, Bob Mendes is good. Tall, long striker, trains out of Chicago, fun guy, keeps his chin up. But when I look at those striker versus striker matchups, and you look at how athletic Fiziev, him coming from Tiger Muay Thai, why is that relevant? He comes from a traditional Thai background, heavy leg kicks. I think Bahamondes, his body, his build is going to be there. So what I see is Fiziev going to chop those legs down early. He moves well. He moves his head off the pocket. I'm very comfortable in that fight, actually. I like Fiziev. I've gone heavy on that fight. But we'll see. We'll see. I like Bahamondes, though, Ignacio. He's fun to watch. Yeah, I don't talk about the fights, UFC, a lot, but I've watched every fight since I was a kid. There we go. There it is, Pudgems. I just clicked on the screen. I told you Nicholas Mota the other day. I told you 2 days ago. When Nicholas Mota gets brought into fight, the only one thing that happens is a knockout happens. Either he wins by knockout or he gets stopped. Johnny, what's your favorite sport outside of boxing? Ooh, favorite sport. Without a doubt. Now, favorite sport to play personally outside of boxing, believe it or not, is basketball. I grew up playing ball. I still hoop. My favorite sport to cheer for, college football, because I'm an Ohio State fan, and we're always good. Diehard Ohio. My whole family went to Ohio State. Diehard Buckeye fan. I can tell you the starting lineup from the 90s. I've had friends who played in Columbus, and I grew up 2 hours north of Columbus. But, yeah, betting on is MMA, secondary to boxing. Tycoon, great question. Is anyone betting live? Because in a lot of you guys all week have been telling me, the money is in live betting. So I put it in the caption here because I wanted somebody to do it. Okay, Musaya versus Orabai, Mike D, is a UFC fight. So go on your odds and go to UFC, and there's fights happening right now in Azerbaijan. Because Orabai fights in about 10 minutes. Guy, Kona Walker versus Liam Taylor just started. We're in the first round. This is a 12-round fight. Some of you guys have Liam Taylor. I took Kona Walker. And it's already good action. Ooh, Liam Taylor with a huge uppercut. Good luck with the draw. That's wild. I don't think I've ever bet a draw. Has anyone actually ever bet a draw and won? Because if you have, go play the lottery. Betting a draw is crazy work. But, hey, I hope you win. Only because it's so, I'd like to see somebody, how I do my breakdowns and predictions on my channel. I'd like to see somebody do that with a draw and actually predict it. It's a 12-round fight. Classic Orthodox versus Southpaw matchup. It's going to be competitive early. The mid-rounds are going to go one-sided, but the late rounds, he'll steal the other rounds back. And by the end of it, one judge will have it. Blah, blah. That would be insane. I'll probably bet live he won one of the draw. Nice. I've won one draw before. Okay. See? What do I know? Do it for 10 rounds. Pudgems has his own style. This is why I like my channel. I learn from you guys. So Pudgems says if you are going to go the draw, the 10-round method is the way to work. All right, Conor Walker landing his jab, but Taylor's firing back. Guys, does Taylor look a bit... And I know it's tough because we're not there. And it's tough to pick up on somebody's speed from a screen. But does Taylor look really slow to you? Does Taylor look labored already when he's throwing his punches? Everything looks telegraphed, but I don't know. Because I know some of you guys pick Taylor, and I'm not bashing him when I say that. But he's not really, I don't see a lot of twitchy reaction to him. He kind of looks like a guy who's fought a lot. He looks like he looks like a guy who has a lot of miles on him. Oh, big left hand. Walker. Oh, Good first round. Good first round. Yeah, something about Taylor. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I haven't watched a lot of tape on Liam Taylor. I've hit some draws too. There you go, Tycoon. Fight was close sometimes, even the comment of. And they do happen. It's not like the draws don't happen. We've seen them before. And unfortunately for my punk ass, any draw ruins my parlay because my app forces three-way betting. Money line, winner, money line favorite, money line underdog, and then the draw. So any draw today will screw me. So stop talking about it. But back to Liam Taylor, Kona Walker. Taylor looks really sluggish. It looks like he can't get out of gear. Do I have any? No, not on boxing. I can't find it. I know, but Thomas, I'm what you would call a loyalist. So I moved to Australia in 2013, and I was living in Las Vegas, and online betting on an app wasn't a thing yet in America. So when I moved here to Sydney, gambling. I quickly learned gambling, horse races, the footy, they call it, the dogs, is in the culture. So everybody I met had the bet app on their phone. And at the time, you had two. You had TAB, which was traditionally horses, and you had Sportsbet, which had everything. So I've had Sportsbet since 2013, and that's the one I use. Call me old-fashioned. That's your answer. Does anyone know anything about Kumari or Otter? So, yeah, you guys were asking us about it. Emmanuel, I think that fight is on an influencer card. Do we think Jonah stops Taylor? From what I'm seeing, guys, it's a 12-round fight. I'm seeing Kona Walker stopping him, unless Taylor gets out of first gear. He's looking good here, and he does have a sneaky uppercut, but he hasn't. Even though he's landed some shots, Kona Walker hasn't taken a step back yet. Meaning that his game plan was obviously fight on the front foot, pressure Taylor, put him back on the ropes, and smother him. And it eventually, and Kona's head is going to get him out of there. But Taylor's still gritty, still has fight left. I don't know how much sting he has on those shots, though. So I could see a stoppage. I didn't bet on it. I just have Walker on the money line. But you know, if Walker... See, Liam Taylor's dangerous there. If Liam could force Walker to fight him in the middle of the ring, he has a chance. He's dangerous in the middle of the ring. Kona Walker has to fight him against the ropes. So I've seen the most success Taylor has had so far, it's only round 2, is when he's been able to keep Kona Walker in the middle because he's longer. Taylor's longer, more areas to move. Right here, this is where Taylor's dangerous. But, you know, he's letting Walker push him back. There you go. And Taylor's longer. Walker looks... Oh, he smiles back. All right, this round, the last minute has been a lot more competitive, guys. Oh, low blow. Oh, they said it was up. The ref didn't stop it. It looked low to me. Another one low, belt line. The ref's letting him fight. 30 seconds left in the second. Oh, Walker lands a stiff jab. Liam Taylor fired another low blow. 3 in a row. Don't take a point. The ref's yelling at the corners. He breaks the fight up. 25 seconds left in the first. Kona Walker throws 3 in a row low blows. The ref finally jumps in. Is he going to take a point? Don't take a point. It's the second round, mate. Let him fight, boys. All right, no point taken. Good boy. $20 seconds left in the second. I think from what I'm seeing, the way this fight's trending, that Walker stoppage is looking tasty. Walker just digs more. I agree, Tipkin. So what you're seeing, guys, is Taylor throws a lot of arm punches here, and he's long. So he's just he's probably a guy who's gotten away with it at low-level competition, just arm punching, and then using, sometimes when you have longer reach and longer arms, that length could lead to tricky power. But Kona Walker is a guy who's digging in his heels and sitting on shots. It's a fun fight. This is why I like the British fights, mate. They don't always have to be at a world-class level to be exciting. These are guys who just want to fight. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Thomas, good eye. He is breathing heavy. Yeah, he looks strong. Guys, we're an hour in. We got the co-main on right now. Let's like this video wherever you're tuning in. And Walker did get lucky not losing a point because he threw. Oh, God. Those weren't even close low blows. Like, you have the belt line. You have the belt line, and then you have a low blow. Okay, here we go, round 3. Yeah, so far the first 2 rounds, the fight has taken place exactly where Conor Walker wants it. And the only way that Taylor could change that is if he gets Conor Walker's respect with some power. Because right now Walker's walking through everything. And we've seen in moments the best work Taylor's been able to do is in the middle of the ring. Because it's tough. Taylor's not the strongest guy. And you mix that with always punching going back. He's really not putting anything on his shots. It's hard to punch going back with power on it. Some guys could do it. Some guys just have power doing it. Taylor's not one of those guys. I like the game plan by Conor Walker. No rocket science here. And, it's nothing life-changing with Conor Walker's game plan. But at least it's visible. And that's something that doesn't get spoken about enough. Sometimes you watch fights and you're kind of like, halfway through the fight, you're like, what's his game plan? He might be winning the fight, but like, it isn't a clear, concise game plan. With Conor Walker, you could see it. I'm taking Hill. I got Hill to beat Roundtree. I mean, what's Roundtree's best win? Anthony Smith. I'm going to base on that. They're both going to be, Roundtree's a heavy kickboxer. I already broke that fight down. I like Hill, though. Taylor only has 6 rounders in March of the year left. Yeah, you can see it. You can see the class difference. But the reason why Taylor got this fight is because he's tough. Look, he's a dog. He's a dog. This is where he has a chance in the middle. But every time Taylor gets off the ropes, Conor Walker pushes him right back. Damn, these guys take a lot of shots, dude. The Brits, dude, they don't really practice too much defense, do they? These guys fucking take a lot of shots. What the hell? Oh, my God. It's hilarious. I'm not making fun of them, but, like, as a fighter, as a fight fan, you're just watching. I feel like we're at a bar, and these boys are in the back of the bar in, like, a dimly lit bar. We were there for 6 hours. No girls came. You're at this bar. All the blokes are drunk. Dudes are smoking cigarettes in the bar. It's raining outside. It's cold outside. The bartender calls last call. One girl came in, but she was a big girl. And the bar lets out, and these 2 dudes are in the back of the parking lot with one parked car with a street light fighting bare knuckles. That's what this reminds me of. What the hell? Oh, big left hand. It's just the class. We talk about somebody getting fed to a guy, a feeder fight. Hats off to Conor Walker, but it's going to be, I'll break him down. If this continues to trend the same way, Kona should get a stoppage. This is a good fight, landslide. All right, guys, the UFC oral buy. Meek the Beck oral buy is fighting next. He's definitely a guy oral by. If you walk by him in the streets, you'd look the other way. He's a scary looking dude. Yeah, Conor should, like DJ, I agree. The way this is trending, it looks like that should be the case. But Taylor does look like you have to, you probably have to hit Taylor with a baseball bat. My coffee's so cold now. We're an hour into this. Nothing like cold coffee, guys. So the only supplement I take, a couple years ago, I spent a little bit of money on a coffee grinder and then a coffee machine. And then one of my favorite things to do, I'm such a nerd, is to go around and find coffee beans. And then, I find a good coffee beans and then I grind them. So my coffees are just in the grinder. Black, no sugar, no milk, just 3 shot, whatever, like that much of just black coffee beans. That's all I take, 1 a day. I do it at 4:45 a.m. I'm ready to go. Who you got in that one? Swindle. What was I? Oral By? I got Oral By in this one. If that's what I was talking. If that's what you reference. Yeah, Taylor is fourth round. Taylor is resorting to, once again, he's arm punching. Yeah, I got Oral By to win that. Good. Tomas, I like that switch up. It's a good switch up. Yeah, I think what works for me with the coffee, I know because it's a stimulant, stimulants, whether it's nicotine is a stimulant, caffeine's a stimulant, it's all going to affect our central nervous system. And so that means cocaine's a stimulant. That means our central nervous system related to heart rate. And some people just naturally will react in a certain way to stimulants. Maybe it's a headache, maybe it's dizziness, maybe it's nausea. For me personally, I only have one coffee a day. Like I said, I start my day, and it's the only non-water I drink throughout my day. So, but matcha tea, you know, there's a huge Asian influence here in Australia because basically we're in Asia. So a lot of my friends, clients are, you know, either from China or Singapore. And so tea, oh, Liam Taylor with a good exchange. Move your head, Kona Walker. There's a big tea culture here. I just don't, dude, Kona Walker, man, if he wants to take his career, he needs to move his goddamn head. These boys are out there. Like I said, they're in the parking lot. Neither one of them move their head. Oh, nice left hook from the pocket. This is only the fourth round. Both guys are bloody. There's no defense. Oh, big left hook by Taylor. Kona Walker needs to clean this up a bit. "30 seconds left in the fourth. Walker has some swelling under his left eye. So much for an easy fight, guys. Yeah, I mean, good. There's a lot of science to say it's not. But when you say coffee, I mean, you got to understand, I'm a coach here. And I'm a natural sort of guy in terms of supplementation. So you need, if you're saying coffee is bad, is Starbucks bad? Yeah. Is drinking 40 ounces a day bad? Yeah. Is supplementing, is using it like a supplement in terms of people supplement nicotine in terms of alertness, not cigarettes, but nicotine. So the benefits of a stimulant in small dosages have actually been studied for creativity, alertness, energy levels, mood. So to just say that coffee is bad, I'm not an absolutist, and I would debate you on that in terms of you know, that stance, because it's just not true. Because first you'd have to identify and clarify what is coffee. When I go home to America and I see my family members and friends going to Dunkin' Donuts and getting 44 ounces of fucking some coffee drink, yes, that's freaking horrible. But the whole argument around coffee is bad is like the vegans who say meat is bad. It's like, you know, and they give you these false statistics about meat, about how like the obesity rates in America is due to eating meat. But what they don't tell you is, what are they eating with that meat? Processed food, bread, fried food, sodas, sugars. And then they don't talk about the ratio of macronutrients in one's diet. No one talks about fats, proteins, and carbs. So if you want to debate me on that, I will, because, you know, I wrote a book on, you know, I'm a health coach by trade. So people pay me to get them healthy, keep them healthy, and guide them through their health journey. So like I said, I'll debate you every day of the week saying that coffee's not bad. Could anything be abused? Yes. Could anything be abused and be bad that was once good? Yes. All right, round 5. Like some people eat a lot all the time. Yeah. So I definitely I fast. So I wouldn't even, what I don't do is I don't like calling anything by name, because the health industry, the fitness industry is filled with gimmicks and fads, and everybody puts titles on things. So what I tell my clients, you know, I don't, you know, subscribe to a diet. I just choose to eat what I eat. And regarding my food and nutrition, I eat in a window. So this is actually chapter 3 in my latest book. It's called Fuck Breakfast. Chapter 3 in my latest book, The 24-Hour Reset, is called Fuck Breakfast. But it's all about creating a time window throughout your day, especially the older we get as men. So rather than eating this idea breakfast, lunch, and dinner, don't call your meals breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because a lot of us have been taught wrong. You overeat and you're 40 years old now and you think you have to eat 3 times a day because you've always eaten 3 times a day. But your metabolism when you were 12 years old is different from when it's 40 years old. So there's I'm on a rant now. Liam Taylor, 5th round, a minute left. They're both bloody to finish that point. I eat from a window. Like, I won't eat my first calories until about 11 a.m. I get up every morning at 4. Oh! Dude, Kona Walker's getting hit way too much. I get up at 4:45 a.m. every day, Monday through Monday. I won't eat until about 11 a.m. solid food. I'll have a muesli bar with coffee. And then from 11 a.m. to about, I have dinner around 7 p.m. So I'll eat in an 8-hour window. But it's very, protein, and all whole foods, animal proteins, a lot of fish. I try to avoid muscle meat. So like, people think that chicken breast is healthy, but when you break down the nutritional value of chicken breast, a lot of nutritionists will call, it's low nutrient dense. It's high proteins, but a lot of that protein really doesn't have good value. This is a good fight, guys. So if you're going to go, if you're trying to really be healthy in terms of high protein, high fat, and you're going the chicken route, I would, chicken thigh would probably be the way to go rather than a chicken breast. Walker might, dude, I know. I'm not going to say he might lose, but it's starting to trend in a different direction. I'm not if I eat veggies, it's going to be brown onions, mushrooms, red capsicum, green capsicum, broccoli, sweet potatoes, stuff like that. But at 43 years old, I've done nutrition testing and blood testing. Look into it, guys. Vegetables don't react to everybody's body the same. It's called a hormetic response. You could look into that if you want. And I find with my digestion, I don't eat a lot of vegetables because my body really doesn't break them down significantly. So I eat more fruits than vegetables. Yeah, okay. Nate, appreciate you, but I don't recognize your name, so you can leave. And if you follow me, I salute you, but you can leave. All right, round 6, guys. Walker versus Taylor. The first 3 rounds, guys, Kona Walker, our bet was looking real saucy. You guys who were taking Liam Taylor, the first 3 rounds were in trouble, but he's coming along, and he's looking like a guy that you're going to have to hit with a baseball bat. Yeah, it's a dogfight, guys. It's a dogfight. Kona Walker hurt him to the body. But, dude, we're starting to see why Liam Taylor got this fight. Liam Taylor got this fight. Yeah, I agree. Tipkin, I appreciate you. There you go, landslide. See, the boys, that's why I like my channel. You guys are great. And it's not like I started this talking about nutrition. You guys were asking me. Big left hand, big left hand. Oh, shit, the scorecards. Joel McGrill has Taylor up 48-47. Adam Mace has Walker up 48-47. These are unofficial. These are fighters. And then, yeah, I never pay attention to the fighters' cards. Yeah, whenever you see, there you go, Christian. This might be live draw. Oh, Tycoon, this might be live draw bedtime. Real talk, I've lost 60 pounds doing keto. There you go. Christian, congrats on that, mate. Losing 60 pounds is definitely an accomplishment. I salute you. If we were in person, I'd give you some dap. Yeah, I have a few clients that have been with me since 2015 who've lost over 60 pounds and kept it off. Because it's not just, and Christian could speak to this, it's not just about losing the weight. It's about implementing. Oh, God, Liam Taylor's poured it on. But Kona Walker, I still like Kona's body language, but he's getting hit a lot. It's not just about losing the 60 pounds. It's about implementing the systems to where once you lose the weight, you have systems in place that you're not going to put the weight back on. And that's where people who do crash dieting, they do Ozempic, they get it wrong because they never implemented a system to keep the weight off. So more importantly than weight loss is maintenance and weight management. So keep that in mind, Christian. And I write about that in my new book. There's a whole chapter about that. So systems are very important. So guys, this is a dogfight. I went from super confident about my bet with Kona Walker to I don't know now because Liam Taylor now is fighting a lot of the fight now is taking place in the middle. Kona Walker's defense is suspicious. And the thing about it is Liam Taylor isn't doing anything better than Kona Walker. It's just that he's not going away. You know what I mean? So you got to start thinking about endurance and durability. And we're about to see this fight's not even half over. It's a 12-rounder. Both guys are bleeding. Liam Taylor does not look. I mean, he looked suspect from jump on his feet. Havelock won his knockdown. You did win your knockdown. Havelock, we should have listened. Havelock went heavy. First 6 rounds, no knockdowns. They keep locking the odds. God damn it. Who has a better gas tank? That's what we're going to find out, guys. All right, the UFC fight, Musayev versus Orlabai. Round 1. Orlabai's just been dominating with the grappling. He's gone for this looks like a key lock. He might have that in. Oh, Orlabai with the sub, baby. Come on. I haven't seen a key lock since the war. Dude, that's an old Frank Mir move. If you guys are MMA heads, that was Frank Mir's go-to. From the top, like an old style key lock. And I haven't seen that in a while. And if you don't tap to that guy, your elbow's going to become dislocated. Orlabai's the truth, dude. This guy, like I said, we saw him fight a couple times in the LFA. And he's trained, I think he's trained still with Uriah Faber up at Alpha Mill. All right, I need one more on the UFC and we hit. Come on, Conor Walker. Veto over 6. I like that bet, Rando. Shakur's in the house. After I dismantle Zepeda, I'm putting BT. Belt to ass, baby. Shakur, what's up, Shakur? How you doing, Johnny? What's up? So this week we've had cloned accounts. We've had Shakur on the live stream. Devin Haney on the live stream. And then Showbiz the Adult was on our live stream. All right, guys, round 7. Walker land 169, Taylor 214. 37%, 35%. We're going to see. Somebody's going to be unhappy if this fight goes to the cards. Yeah, the clone accounts are kind of fun, though, aren't they? All right, see, when Kona Walker... You know what Kona needs to do is just manage his distance. He's fighting him at a rate, like... I think Kona should stay here and not fight him at mid-range. Stay here. Shakur, who's your cousin then? Shakur, oh, big right hand. Shakur, what cousin of yours went face-to-face with Carmel yesterday? Oh! Big left hand. Havelock, you're a beast, mate. He's out. Left hand over. Good night. It's over. We up. The boys are up. Dude, he was tested. He was tested. They cloned Thomas. Shakur, you didn't answer my question, Shakur. Dude, this is why you gotta love the Brits, though, boys. We don't turn to our British friends for like world-class defensive tactical matches. We go for fucking bloodshed. This is why we go to the Brits to watch boxing. Okay, Z, you got me, Z. Yeah, let's go. Who you got now? All right, we're eating. We're back, boys. We're back. Let's see where we're at with our bets. I actually like Zaquan. This is going to be controversial. I actually like Zaquan over Carmel. I've been watching Zaquan since the amateurs. He's legit, and he fights a little different. If you don't know about Zaquan Moses, he can fight. He did answer me. I know. Watch this left hook. Ah, boy, beautiful. Yeah, main event next. All right, I need... All right, Galal Yafai next. Has Stephanie Silva fought? I know we asked that earlier. All right, guys, here we go. The main event's coming up. Just need that main event. Let's go. Seen him at the Boots versus Saniona's fight. Yeah, she still hasn't fought. Go. Is that not on this card? Her card's on YouTube. All right, good looking out. Yeah, that was a fun fight. These fights have been fun, guys. We're up on McGrill. We're up on Kona Walker. That was a fun fight. Galal by decision. McGrill won by decision, TZ. Ryan took my manhood. Devin. Helping if fight doesn't brawl. Peter won by decision. Yeah. We got the main event in Birmingham coming up. Guys, wherever you're tuning in, let's like the video. We're floating between 60 and 80 on the live stream. If you guys are subscribers, thank you. If you haven't subscribed, hit that button and just hit like. Let me know how your parlays are going. And so far, we're 100% on this Birmingham card, but we'll know a lot more after this Galal Yafai fight. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough fight. I agree, 100%. It's not an easy fight. The odds are interesting. The odds are kind of going like this right now. Yeah, so Yafai's at $1. He was at $1.25. He started midweek at $1.33 on my book, and then he dropped to $1.22. Now he's $1.27. And it's always interesting as the main event always approaches. You always see money coming back on the underdog because folks are chasing their losses. You know what I'm saying? That's the reasoning of a degenerate gambler. And I don't promote that sort of reasoning. But I used to live with a degenerate gambler in Vegas, my buddy Aaron. And when you look at these, like right now, people who either, because I know a lot of folks bet against Orion. I took Kuniev. Kuniev has been popped for, Kuniev has been popped for steroids I think 4 times. Kuniev was popped for gear 4 times. Curtis Blades, when he's wrestling, he's world class. But somebody along the line told Curtis Blades he was a boxer, so he gets stopped a lot. And I think I like Kuniev, the juiced Russian, the big fella. Yeah, 4 times is insane. It's like at that point, like, I mean, you're not fighting for legacy anymore. You're literally fighting to hurt people. But the fighter mindset, fighters really don't care about that. Good call on Walker. We got it, Mankey. I do like that belt. Oh, 4 different supplements in the one sample. It's insane. That's wild. Johnny, love you, boy. Showbiz is back, the big fella. No run in Turkey is officially announced. Any boxing matches from Honest. That's all because of you, Showbiz. It's all. But do you reckon Catterall Eubank? Jack should win that fight. Yeah. Even though I bet against Jack last fight, we hit huge. I don't know if a lot of you current OGs were here when I broke down ABJ versus Catterall, but Barboza Jr. was a little bit. He was like a $3.50 dog, and I hit on him. But Jack should handle Harlem. He should. That's just my opinion. We'll get closer. We'll get closer to that, and we'll break it down. I don't think Jack's done. Showbiz has been here all week. I don't think he's real, DJ. In the house. We've had people popping in all week, but I don't know where that's out. Somebody emailed me, guys. I know. Yep, GOAT, you know me too well. But that's the life of a gambler. If we get a dog and we have as real as turkey's money, if we catch a dog eating, we're gonna ride with that dog until it stops eating. So, Teofimo Lopez had to, he starved out our dog, and I had to learn the hard way. But some of you guys didn't agree with me. That's why I love it. He is a good fighter. He is a good fighter. He's a boxer. And, I like how a guy carries himself, too. If I'm going to, part of that, when I'm thinking about where my money goes, that's a small percentage, too. It doesn't have great power, doesn't have one-punch knockout power, high fight IQ. All right, guys. Those of you who are taking Francisco Rodriguez Jr. here, tell me why, please. I want to know your thoughts. You guys know mine. I broke down Galal for you guys. Let's go. Rando, there are no such thing in life and guarantees, but I love that Jahai Tucker pick. And guys, we're in for a treat with both guys. Shout out to everyone who glazes my name. Post-op Haney in the house. You guys are wild. Inside the championship rounds, Rodriguez. I got Galal. Yeah, we're in for a treat. These guys are fighting at 112 pounds. Keep that in mind. So it's gonna be all action. Is it you, Goat? Who has that knockdown prop here? Maybe it's Muscles. I know Muscles isn't on the stream. He likes watching the fights in silence, which I understand because he goes heavy. But I think he has an over 1.5 knockdown prop bet. Don't quote me on that. But a couple people like that over knockdown prop bet. I couldn't choose over 10.5. Okay, let's see what I got specifically. I got a couple props on this. Oh, yeah, I already told you. I got on one parlay, I got Galal money line. And on another parlay, I got Galal by stoppage. So we'll see. So, yeah, I always do that little sneaky method of victory parlay. And I have 4 of them. And so I took Peter McGrill by decision. We hit. I took Galal Yafai by stoppage. I took Jahai Tucker by decision. And I took Vito by stoppage. And that pays a nice little penny. There's a new mobile game called... I'm not reading that one out. Fleece. I like where... Fleece, come on, mate. I think it was him. You told us you did that pick. Yeah. Yeah. And I'll check my receipts because it's in my text messages. Because dude, the kid hits a lot on those knockdown props, mate. It's one of the reasons... Yeah, Galal's next. It's one of the reasons why I put together the Brian... That Brian Norman Jr. parlay I hit was the first of its kind for me based off of watching, like, some of Gary's content. And then, Muscles hit me up. He didn't give me that bet. I don't know if anybody followed my lead on that. But I hit it because my methodology on betting had changed because a lot of you boys on 3D talk about those knockdown props. So, I think my odds, I took Norman by stoppage, under 5.5 rounds, and Sasaki to be knocked down at least once. Yeah, Jose Acosta, appreciate you. Come on, y'all, get the lights up and subscribe. This is my main man, Braden from Power. I don't know what that means. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds good. Yeah, the fake accounts are hilarious. Guys, get those likes up. When I was living in Long Beach, California, the first 2 years, I lived off of in a neighborhood called California Heights. So there's a street called Wardlow and Cherry. And at the cross intersection of Wardlow and Cherry, there was this Fitness First. I think it's still there. So I met everybody at that Fitness First. Like, I used to hoop with Nate Dogg at that Fitness First, like, for like 2-3 years. This comedian named Scruncho, we'd hoop with him all the time, smoke blunts with him in the parking lot. Scruncho was the dude who was in How High. He played the assistant pimp when Mike Epps played the pimp. And there's those scenes where Mike Epps is talking about now Netta. The Lord ain't blessed me with now Netta, bitch. And Scruncho's like, no one say that now Netta like you say now Netta powder. So that was my reaction. Power is a show. I don't even know what that shit means, but it sounds good. Here we go. And Scruncho, I always thought Scruncho was a short dude. He's not, because he plays like a short. They make him look real short in How High, but he's like 5'9". I mean, this would have been in 2007. He's like jacked. He's a stand-up comic. He's hilarious. I've seen him live a couple times. Supporting the homie. Man, Galal Yafai, he's mean too. Goat, these fake Drewski, I lookalikes, diabolical. If you completed, what was your weight cut method? If you competed, what was your weight cutting method? Yeah, so I hadn't competed since I was a kid. So I was real young. So we weren't really weight cutting, at least in boxing at the time as a 7-year-old, 8-year-old. But what I would compete at now, or how I do, if I'm cutting weight, I haven't had to do it for a competition, but, I'm old school. Saunas. I have a sauna in my house. So I still sauna. I do dry saunas like 4 days a week, 30 minutes. When you look at the benefits of extreme dry heat, it's called heat shock therapy. So heat shock therapy using extreme dry heat, not the steam, but extreme dry heat in the body produces a thing called heat shock proteins. So when your body is recovering, it speeds up the recovery process. From a weight loss perspective, it helps sweat obviously intensify, and a detoxification element just on the surface level of the skin. We know our skin is our largest organ. It doesn't get spoken about enough in terms of the benefit of just sweating, manufactured sweat, not being unhealthy and overweight and just sweating, but putting yourself in a position, a static position to sweat. It helps detoxify. Yeah, I do cold showers too. Been doing that for years. The first book, so I have 2 published books out, but the first piece I ever wrote for the health and fitness space was in 2015, and it was on sensory deprivation. I still have that. All right, got it sent to Miss Biz. Johnny, love you, boy, later. The Black 2 Sugars, Showbiz, stay up, playa. The Black 2 Sugars. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds funny. All right, guys, we got the main event. Yeah, good clone account. Sonny Edwards. That Sonny versus Bam fight was great while it was at, boxing's such a brutal sport. We take this for granted. To make it to the highest level, oh God, it's so tough. It is literally like everything matters. The front foot, the angles, the feints, speed, timing. Everyone falls in love with the O on the record, or falls in love with, the knockout to win ratio. But something that you can't measure that is, in my opinion, equally or the most important element of being at the highest level is timing. Because I'm reminded by this because right now on my screen, Sonny Edwards is talking. And I go back to the Sonny versus Bam fight. And Bam Rodriguez's timing. No, I'm not on Box Rec. No pro fights, mate. My parents pulled the string when I was 15. So as a 7-year-old, I was boxing, playing football, playing basketball, and playing baseball. And then from 15 onwards, I just stuck to 3 sports, and then continue with baseball in college and post-college. But I box. I'm a coach now. I'm a strength and conditioning coach, and I teach boxing, technical fundamentals of boxing to people who want to learn how to fight. And I still train at a boxing gym, and I still spar. But I'm not sparring young dudes, and I don't spar guys I don't know. Like yesterday, I did 16 rounds, 16 3-minute rounds. We wear 16-ounce gloves, mouthpieces, and no one's really sitting on shots. No one's trying to knock each other out. But we do have a rule. If the body's there and you could go hard to the body, but we go up top too. But yeah, body punching. As I gotten older, I love body punching in terms of even if I have to throw a shot in the streets, I was raised to just hit the body so you can't get a lawsuit. That's what my dad was like, Johnny, you better not be breaking anyone's nose or anyone's teeth. Break their ribs, hit them in the liver. I was like, all right, Pops, I got you. So yeah, learning to body rip. It's an art in itself. So I love body punchers. So when you think about Robert Garcia, why I love those fighters who come out of his gym, the body, traditionally good body punchers. This is why I like Truck Simpson. I'm not going for Truck. I got you, High Tucker. But Truck Simpson, when he's cooking, he's a good body puncher. Digging that, Yeah, he was a good guy, man. He passed away when I was 27. No sorrow. It was all love. But yeah. Yeah. I mean, he grew up in the streets, man. I used to be hot. Piper boy. I don't even. Here we go. Galal Yafai get walked out. Somebody in the comments said that they didn't know Colin Kaepernick was boxing, and I've been known to kind of cook people in the comments, and I'll be like, yeah, if Colin Kaepernick was 5'3", and these cats are crazy. I think what's Galal, 5'4"? They're fighting at 112 pounds. Cap was 6'4", what, 225? I remember watching Cap when he was playing college ball at Nevada. Kaepernick played at the Nevada Wolfpack. And when I was a kid in the early 90s, Nevada used to be a Division I AA team. They would play against in my hometown, we had Youngstown State University, YSU. And from 91 to 95, YSU won 4 Division I AA national titles. Our head coach was a guy named Jim Tressel. And then Tressel went on to coach Ohio State and won that national championship in 2002 with Maurice Claret, who's from Youngstown. But by 2009, 2010, Nevada then was a full-fledged Division I program. So they had gone from D1 AA to D1, and Colin Kaepernick had that program cooking. Used to watch Piper Boy battle. For real? That's nice. Landslide, he was battle rapping? We about to battle rap on the channel? Yeah, I used to. So on my old podcast, I would interview, one of my favorite interviews I ever did, he was a New York rapper named Fred the Godson, rest in peace. Fred died during the first wave of the pandemic. Still sits with me wrong. When the pandemic happened in 2020, out of New York, everybody who was going to the hospital, they were putting them on respirators. And Fred the Godson, man, one of my most, in my opinion, one of the most underrated rappers of his era. He's what you would call wordplay. His wordplay, nasty. He was getting his notoriety on the radio, going on Q. I forget what the radio station would be, but he would do the ciphers. Fred Godson, Fred got bars. Bill in the house. But yeah, freestyling in the locker room. Prime Chocolate Overs, bam, who you got? Great matchup. If we had a time machine, we'd be able to answer that. But what is boxing a sport of? What have you done for me lately? It's tough for me to look past how great Bam has looked so far in his young career. Here we go, guys. A lot of you guys thought Bam was younger than Brian Norman Jr. too. Bam's 25, Norman Jr.'s 24. So when I did that video and said that Norman Jr. was the youngest male champion in boxing, people were like, for real? What about Bam? I'm like, for real? Can't you just Google it? So now I have to show you up in the comment section. Silva's fighting. Blessings wherever you are. I believe you, Landslide. I will check him out. I appreciate you tuning in and tapping into the live stream. All right, guys, let's get it. Whether you're cheering for instance, I gotta be honest with you. Even though these fights I have money on, my number one sort of goal, like my number one thing, is a good fight. So it's not even about winning. Mar the Machine. For me, it's more about seeing like a dog fight because I love the sport. I think we're about to see that in terms of skill. Here we go. Diamante. Is Diamante slept on a little bit with his skills? Like, I think people kind of I think Diamante's kind of slept on. Does he get his flowers? Oh, God. Oh, God. The wildness of the internet. Live bet Cooney of plus 400. Let's get it. He does that as a throwback to the old school announcers. If you go back to the golden era before, I think it's technically before 1960, old school guys, dating back to like the, days of Jack Johnson and, Henry Armstrong, Homicide Hank. that's what the announcers would do. They would announce the name twice. So it's kind of Diamante's way of doing a homage to the men who came before him, getting the fight started. Starts now. All right, let's go. What are the odds at right now if you guys are looking? I need Yafai. All right, if Rodriguez wins this fight in any context, both of my parlays are cooked. So I'm just throwing that out there. But the good news is we got Top Rank later because I didn't put. Actually, no, I have Jahai and Vito on a parlay with Galal. Yeah, that's what I hear. And I saw a little. DAZN did a little. They did a live prank. Did you guys see when he was in the cab or the Uber and they purposefully pranked him just to kind of give the fans an insight to his personality? He's like a no-nonsense sort of dude. He's not a dude you want to prank. He seems like a guy that would probably fight you. In 2017 on my old podcast, I interviewed Bruce Buffer. And in that podcast, I asked him to, do an intro for me. And one of the things that Buffer does is Buffer's a millionaire outside of, by the way, what he does with the UFC. He's an entrepreneur in like so many little other areas. He hosts a sex podcast, and he's also a black belt. Bruce Buffer could bang, too. People don't understand that. So it's an interesting side of the fight game that a lot of fans are unsort of aware of, is even though they're just announcers, generally, everything from the announcers to the... I wish the judges were fighters or former fighters. That's the only element that's an element of the game, both in MMA and boxing, where I think we'd be able to clean up the sport a bit. But anyway, like some of these announcers will throw hands. People kind of like underestimate them. Buffer's a black belt, and I'm not quite sure about Diamante, but just from the footage I've seen of him in that live prank, he looks like he would throw hands. Under and over. Here we go, guys. This first round is super important in terms of the narrative. Fight styles. Rodriguez starting off on fire. So it's Rodriguez starting quick. Working the body. We see the game plan already. Go to the body. He must have saw something in the tape with Galal Yafai. Go into the body. Very clear game plan by Rodriguez. Good left hand. Good left hand by Galal. Francisco fires back. Guys, when's the last time Francisco was dropped? I know he's been stopped once. That was like 10, 12 years ago against Chocolatito. But when's the last time Rodriguez Jr. was stopped? They call him the Chihuahua for a reason. He's always going to be on you. Okay, so you're seeing Rodriguez's game. Oh! Galal's hurt. He's holding on. Oh, God. It's an early night out. Galal's already stunned. Yafai is hurt. Oh! Yafai is under pressure. He's going to have to survive. He's being tested like he's never been tested. 90 seconds left. Rodriguez is big brother in him. Galal looks recovered. Oh, big body rips. I love the game plan by Francisco. So what you're seeing is, watch Galal's guard. He's here. He's not here. He's here. And so Rodriguez is getting under the elbows. It's a smart game plan. He's already been warned with low blows. Galal, big right hand. Fun fight, guys. This shit's crazy. A minute left in the first. Oh! Yafai stunned again. Legs go shaking. He's going to knock him out. Damn, Rodriguez is sharp. Galal's holding on again. That knockdown prop bet's looking tasty. 40 seconds left. Oh, big right hand by Galal. This pace is insane. This pace is wild. 30 seconds left. Rodriguez did not come here to play around, guys. I can't wait for the comment section if Yafai loses this. You guys, oh, I told you so. Mexican fighter comes to the UK. I told you so. 17 seconds left. Oh, nice counter. Rodriguez looks so sharp right now. Very aggressive. Yafai's been hurt a couple times. Oh, big left hand by Yafai. That's it. What a round, guys. What the game plan was evident with Rodriguez. Go in there. And guys, I got to be honest with you. I think Rodriguez is ahead. Rodriguez is plus 325, guys. Live betting. We're just going to see. Yeah, Yafai was rocked twice. That last exchange with 10 seconds left, Rodriguez looked a little wobbly. But I like Rodriguez's game plan. Super aggressive early. I actually thought that was going to be Galal Yafai's game plan. Yeah, Galal's a beast. We're going to see. That first round was insane. Oh, God. Did you see that lead uppercut land? Galal got a chin and his glove touched the ground. Right there. Did his glove touch the ground? Oh, no, it didn't. Oh, damn. Galal got a chin. He answered a lot of questions. Rodriguez lands this sneaky stepping uppercut. Man, Rodriguez's fight IQ, in terms of his game plan so far, has been on point. But he's being really aggressive, on the front foot, throwing bombs, walking through every... He is showing Galal Yafai no respect. Showing him no respect. Oh, Galal's trying to set up his lead hook. But you know what I don't like, Galal, what he does? Is when he's in the pocket, his head is over his front knee. So something, if you look at, if you study technical boxing, when you're in the pocket and in the clinch, they teach you to drop your hips and keep your head and torso neutral, not parallel with the ground. And a few times, what Galal does as a kind of tail, when he gets in the pocket, watch his head. His head is over his lead knee. And that's making him susceptible getting hit with that uppercut. And Rodriguez landed it in round one. So it's sort of like here rather than here. 90 seconds, you know, they're kind of starting to settle in. Oh! That was a huge right hand. The ref is, what's he yelling at Francisco for? What is he yelling at him for? I don't have the volume on. This is the second time, once in each round, where he's getting warned, and it's not a low blow. Oh, Rodriguez. This is a dogfight. A minute left in the second. Right when I thought they were settling in. Nope. I like Rodriguez's shoes. Those are dope. The tassels. Oh, Rodriguez is nasty. Big lead hand. I want more jabs from Galal. He landed a stiff one there. Oh, nice uppercut. Galal needs to fight at that range. Oh, Rodriguez is landing some big shots. Galal's staying in there. They're slugging it. 30 seconds left in the second. Galal's getting hit clean with some shots. He's blinking it out. He's clinching. This is a storm for sure. 10 seconds left in the second. I think Galal needs to establish a jab, guys. Oh, big combo. Francisco comes back. They're exchanging in the pocket. This pace is insane. Jesus. All right, so after the first two rounds, the pace is insane. Galal has a cut above his left eye, I think. Oh, shit. It's not in the best place either. It's not in the best place. Yeah, Galal needs to jab more. And I like him in that second tier. I don't like him right now. I don't like him in the clinch, in the pocket, because his defense is a bit leaky. And Francisco Rodriguez has taken advantage of that every time. He definitely saw that in his game planning, meaning that Galal's elbows aren't. He's not here in the pocket. He's here. He's getting caught with a lot of shots here, but he has found success at range. I like it. Oh, headbutt. It's a headbutt. The cut's due to a headbutt. It's not in a good spot either, guys. It's right here. Yeah, head clash. Guys, round 3, fun fight. A lot of there's already a lot of drama. Rodriguez's pace is insane. Galal needs to settle into it. Wherever you guys are, like this video. We're going on an hour and 20 minutes with this live stream. If you're just tuning in, Peter McGrill won. Kona Walker. Oh! Big exchange by Rodriguez. McGrill won by decision. Kona Walker won by stoppage. And we're in the third round of Yafai versus Rodriguez in a very entertaining fight. There you go. There you go, Yafai. You gotta catch Rodriguez over swinging, and it's tough to do that when you're in the pocket. Yeah, Rodriguez is up right now. It's the pace that's bothering Yafai. The fight's not happening at Yafai's pace, and he's trying to settle it down. Nice uppercut by Rodriguez. Man, he's classy. "90 seconds left in the third. Okay. Yafai's coming on. Oh! Big shot by Rodriguez. Yafai clinches, smiles at him. A minute left in the third. So far, Yafai's recovery has been on point. Oh! Rodriguez is a dog. Yafai's still there, pushing him off. Nice jab. Throw more of those. 45 seconds left. This is a crazy pace, guys. Insane fight. He's trying to big brother him. There you go. Head clash again. Nice jab, Yafai. Doubles it up. 30 seconds left in the third. Finally pushing Rodriguez back a bit. We're going to see if the pace is going to start to bother Rodriguez. Better round from Yafai in terms of his game plan and what he wants to do offensively. Rodriguez pushes him up against the ropes. The ref yells at Rodriguez again for the third time. Once around, he's been getting scolded by the ref. There you go. That's the range, Yafai. You want to fight him there. Make him overswing and counter him. Rodriguez is busted up, nose bleeding. Both eyes have some swelling, breathing hard. I like Yafai's body language. 3 in the books. I think it's 2-1 Francisco, but we'll see. We'll see if Francisco can keep this pace up. And guys, if it goes my way in terms of how I predicted it, I'll be accurate in terms of the tread on the tires prediction. Because even though they're both 32 years old, we know Rodriguez has way more tread. And we're going to see that show up if it goes into Yafai's favor in terms of being able to keep the pace up, the durability side. Yafai has a cut over his eye from a headbutt, but Rodriguez's nose is busted up, bleeding a little bit from his mouth as well. I have it 2-1. I know some of you guys have it 3-0. I have it 2-1 Rodriguez. What a fight. Fun fight. Fun fight. Yeah, to say Rodriguez is done after the third is a wild statement. It's a bit wild, mate. Bit preemptive, isn't it? To say Rodriguez is done. You out here wild? Y'all boys is crazy. All right, fourth round. Yeah, Rodriguez throwing them things. Galal's a dog too, though. There you go. Throw that jab. Set the jab up. Oh. 115 to 50. Yafai's only landed 50 to 115, 33% to Rodriguez's 51%. Yeah, Rodriguez is outpacing him and outworking him. Yafai's trying to push him back. And this is why they call Rodriguez the Chihuahua. He's annoying. He's on you. His pace is insane. I want to see more body work from Yafai. I want to see more jabs and more body work. Because you can hit Rodriguez in the head the entire time. You got to break the body down. That eye is man. Oh, big left hand. Big left hand by Yafai. 90 seconds left in the fourth. That eye is bleeding bad from the cut on Yafai's eye. Oh, that eye is nasty. Oh, this is a brutal dogfight, guys. Kua, because your mom asked me to, buddy. Kua, ask your mom to wash my drawers, though. I left them at her house. And our girl. Tell our girl I said what's up, too, Kua. Big left hand by Galal. 30 seconds left in the fourth. Big left hand. Dude, that 20 seconds left in the fourth. Galai's left eyebrow is hanging down. I left my crack rock at your house too, buddy. This is Rock'em Sock'em. This is insane. The 112 division is wild. Headbutts, cuts. We'll see what happens. Going into the fifth, guys. Anyone watching the Simpson fight? Yeah. I think it's 3-1 Rodriguez, too. Too green, don't bet him. Nah, Jahai, not too green. What are you talking about? Jahai turned pro as a 17-year-old. He's only 22. And Tucker's resume. Tucker beat Simpson. I'll stand on that hill. I pictured this. Yeah, same. Over, under. If you guys have that over and under, I'd be sweating both of them, actually. Only because of the cut and the style of fight. Both guys are taking a lot of damage. Round 5, guys. I have Rodriguez up 3-1. If you're just tuning in, Yafai has a cut under his left eye, under his left brow from a headbutt. Rodriguez's pace has been amazing. He's basically been big brother in Yafai. Oh, big combo by Rodriguez. Yafai fires back. It's a dog fight. 30 seconds gone in the fifth. Yafai got stunned twice in the first round, and ever since then, Rodriguez's pace has been bothering him. It's an insane pace. We know that Rodriguez fought Nakatani. Nakatani couldn't stop him. Fought Ioka. Ioka couldn't stop him. He's only been stopped once. You have to go back to 2012 when Chocolatito stopped him. So we knew all of that going into this. We also know Yafai's a gold medal champion, 9-0-7 knockouts. This is an interesting matchup. A minute gone in the fifth. Oh, big shot! Both of them land. Yafai takes a step back. Yafai's hurt. It looks like he might be ready to go here. He holds on. A minute 50 left. Oh, God. What a fight. Right now, Yafai's recovery's been his best attribute so far. He's been stunned a couple times, firing back, taking the center. 90 seconds left in the fifth. It's another Rodriguez round so far. This is a 12-round fight, though, guys. It's round 5. It's not so... With Yafai, yeah, he has a leaky defense for sure. He's also fighting off of his front foot and smothering his work. If he fights in the clinch this entire time, like he has been, this is what Rodriguez wants. Guys, wherever you're tuning in, like this video. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. This is the main event in Birmingham. We also have the top rank card in New Jersey coming up in a few hours. Headlined by Vito Melnicki, and the co-headline, 2 guys under 25 years old, Truck Simpson versus Jahai Tucker. So it's a full day of boxing. 30 seconds left in the fifth. I think this is another Rodriguez round, guys. Yafai needs to turn the tides. Yafai needs to land something big right now to change the narrative of this fight. Because, oh, big combo by Rodriguez. From the looks of it, I don't see Rodriguez slowing down. Yafai's eyes mangled. Yeah, he's not boxing. Good call, Kingdom. We need to see Yafai box. Angle. There you go. Jesus. I think Rodriguez is in control of this, guys. Rodriguez by UD. It's looking a good decision. It looks like he's in control. Nose is bleeding, swelling under both eyes. But you're seeing the classiness of Rodriguez's combos. Yeah, Rodriguez's game plan was on point. Yafai just hasn't got out the gears yet. Going into the 6th round from the Philippines, I salute you. Shiva going into the 6th. Rodriguez is controlling this fight. Rodriguez has stunned Yafai a couple times, twice in the first. It looked like he buzzed him in the 5th. I have Rodriguez up 4-1. There's a cut under Yafai's left brow from a headbutt. It's been an entertaining dogfight. Here we go. DAZN, John Vincent, the fight's on DAZN. So the start of round 6, Yafai takes the center. More of the same from Rodriguez. His output has been insane. They call him Chihuahua for a reason. Right now, can he win a decision fighting like this? Of course. I think of course. There's one, way, getting robbed fighting a certain way and then getting robbed fighting this way. There's a lot of fight to go before we have that chat though. Let's get through this is only the 6th round. We're not even at the midway yet. This is a 12-rounder. We're going to see if Rodriguez is going to fade. We're going to see if that tread on the tires narrative is real. We're going to see if Galal Yafai has that dog in him like he says he has. We're going to see if this is too soon, too much too soon for Galal. It's only his 10th pro fight. Rodriguez has been in there with Chocolatito, Junto Nakatani, Ioka. Big left hand. They're trading in the pocket. 2 minutes left in the 6th. Galal still fighting on his front foot, coming forward, pushes Rodriguez up against the ropes. There you go. I want to see more body work from Galal. I want to see more jabs from Galal. I want to see more boxing from Galal. He's trying to fight Rodriguez's style, and he's getting beat. He needs to make some adjustments here. If you guys are watching the fight, because I have the volume low, let me know what Galal's corner is telling him in between rounds, because that's interesting. Galal needs to make some adjustments. He needs to jab more, fight a little bit more at distance, stop crowding his work, and he needs to stop obliging Francisco Rodriguez. What Rodriguez is doing is big brothering him, fighting his ego, and Galal kind of has a deer in the headlights look. It's a fun fight. It's competitive, but I have Rodriguez just scraping by, winning. I have him up 4-1. It's a better round for Galal here, but in terms of output and volume, Rodriguez, his volume and pace is insane. Typical Mexican style. We knew that going in. This is why I'm kind of confused on why we're not seeing more body punches by Galal. 30 seconds left in the sixth. It's a better round for Galal for sure. Is he winning it? Maybe. It's a close round. They are traded. This is a tough fight. Oh, big right hand by Galal. Rodriguez fires back. Rodriguez is a goddamn dog. Oh, and he stares him down. Rodriguez is trying to break him. I think I have it 4-2 Francisco Rodriguez Jr. Halfway through, guys. Rodriguez by decision, 500. Commentators are so biased again. That's insane. So they're against Rodriguez here. I have the volume off, so I'm doing my own commentary. As you can tell, wherever you guys are, I say welcome. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. I go live multiple times a day. I do breakdowns and analyses. Go to my Stats Done Live videos. Those are uninterrupted produced videos. This is the main event in Birmingham. Galal Yafai versus Rodriguez. It's the 7th round, so we're past the halfway point. I have Rodriguez up 4-2, even though I picked Yafai to win. Galal needs a big punch to turn the tide here. Yeah, the shoes are my... I'm glad you guys picked that up. Yeah, Rodriguez's shoes are on point. Those are dope. Oh! Galal's hurt again. Rodriguez going, oh! God damn, no knockdown. Bulldogged him. The ref calls it no knockdown, calls it a push. Rodriguez is going to go for the kill here. Oh! He's hurt again. Rodriguez did not come here to play around. He's going to knock Yafai out. 2 minutes left in the 7th. Galal is trying to survive. Jesus. Rodriguez is going for the kill. I don't think Galal is going to survive. I think his corner might stop it. Where's his corner? I think the corner should be getting close here. I think Galal's corner should think about stopping it. He's taking a lot of damage, guys. Sometimes you're too tough for your own good. It's getting real tricky here. I don't know what the announcers are saying, but Yafai is getting his ass beat. And he's not landing anything that Rodriguez respects. He's been wobbled multiple times, haven't hit the canvas yet, been pushed down. And Rodriguez is not slowing down at all. A minute left in the 7th. Nice jab. Galal's trying to punch back. Another head clash. Rodriguez is trying to catch his breath. A big left hand by Rodriguez. This is the end of the 7th round. This is a 12-round fight. Galal's tough as nails, mate. But he's getting beat up, guys. Yafai's getting beat up. 30 seconds left in the 7th. Oh, huge cut over Rodriguez's left eye. I think that happened from a headbutt. Rodriguez is looking like Valero in there. "15 seconds left in the 7th. Another Rodriguez round. Jesus. Big shots landed by Rodriguez. Oh, God. Dude, I don't know, man. Guys, if you're watching the fight, let me know what Yafai's corner is telling him. I mean, his body language is huge cut over Rodriguez's left eye, though, guys. It is a nasty cut. 5 more rounds. And oh, it's from a headbutt. I think it's from a headbutt. The ref needs to rule on Rodriguez's cut. Because if they're calling that cut from a punch, they could stop this. But I think Rodriguez got cut from a headbutt. I can't hear it. I want you guys to let me know. They both have cuts, but dude, wait till you see Rodriguez's cut. His eye's hanging. All right, they're trying to put the adrenaline on it. They're trying to cover it up. This is round 8. 8, 9, 10, 11. 5 more rounds, guys. Yeah, dude, Yafai is taking so much damage. Talk about a test for your 10th pro fight. 68-65. Damn, they have it a lot. God damn, they have this fight a lot closer than I have it. Galal is getting pieced apart. He's getting beat up. Oh, God, dude. Everything is landing now. Rodriguez's pace is insane. Galal's not punching back, dude. Stop the fight. There's nothing on Galal's punches. This is brutal, guys. This is getting hard to watch. He's not punching back. He's trying, but there's nothing on him. 2 minutes left in the 8th. Oh, God. Rodriguez is countering. Oh, my God. Rodriguez is unloading in the middle. Galal's trying. He just doesn't have it. He's taking so much damage. Finally gets Rodriguez up against the ropes. 1:30 left in the 8th. Yeah, that fake right uppercut is nasty. Here comes Yafai trying to show him something. Yafai's trying to push him back. 1 minute left in the 8th. He's taking a lot of shots. Rodriguez's volume hasn't slowed down at all. Yafai looks like, man, he's getting beaten up everywhere. He's trying. Oh, big uppercut by Rodriguez. It's the pace and volume. Yafai hasn't looked comfortable from the opening bell. He's trying, though. But there's really nothing on his shots. He's headhunting. He's getting out-angled. 30 seconds left in the 8th. Everything that we thought Yafai would do better, skill-wise, Rodriguez is beating him everywhere. And he's bullying him. This is a great fight, though. Yafai got heart. Galal Yafai got heart. You can't say he doesn't, but he's taking a lot of shots. He's trying. He's had his moments. Jesus, guys. He's breathing hard. Let me know what the court... Dude, that fake... Rodriguez is faking the cross and coming up top. That is gorgeous. Oh, God. You don't see that too often. From the orthodox style, faking the cross and coming up with that lead uppercut. Nice. Canelo move. That's it. What are the live odds, guys? Guys, wherever you're tuning in, like this video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I go live every single day. Breakdowns, analysis, predictions. Go to my fight prediction playlist. Stats don't lie, guys. Round number 9. How you scoring it? I mean... Round 9. Plus 100, that's it? Look at his eye. Rodriguez's eye is they're looking at Galal's eye. Look at Rodriguez's eye. All right, I've been saying it since round 3. We need to see Galal Yafai work the body. He hasn't. We need to see Galal Yafai jab. He hasn't. We need to see Galal Yafai fight him at range. He hasn't. There's a lot of learning moments for Galal Yafai to take home with them. However this fight ends, I just don't want to see him get knocked out cold. So I'm saying this is round 9. But there were some moments in round 6 and 7 where I felt his corner could have stopped the fight. Because these fighters aren't going to quit on themselves. Galal's not going to... He's a gold medal Olympian. He's never lost as a pro. He's not going to quit in there. But sometimes you're too tough for your own good. He's getting beat up in there. I don't care how they're scoring it. He's getting beat up in there. It doesn't take an expert to know if this fight were going down in the streets, who was winning and who was losing. Think about, lunchroom street fights when we were in school. The fights in school that would end when the teachers would break it up. That's who won the fight. Rodriguez, I maybe have Galal winning 2 rounds, even though I picked Galal on my parlay. Terrible game plan, Tomas. I don't know what they were expecting. But the thing about when you watch Rodriguez's tape, this is what you see. Galal's beating up Rodriguez. You out here wild. Y'all wild. Galal's beating Rodriguez. Crazy. Big uppercut by Rodriguez. What's happening is Rodriguez is outpacing him, outworking him. More accurate puncher. And his game plan is just smart. Oh, he's big brothering him. The pace is struggling. But Galal's fighting back here. The pace is... Galal is struggling right now. Rodriguez is landing bombs. A minute left in the 9th. We're entering dangerous territories. This is the end of round 9, guys. So it's a 12-round fight. Do the math. 10th, 11th, 12th. You got to tip your cap to Yafai, though. He's all heart. He's still there. He's still fighting. He just hasn't made any adjustments. Box him more. Box him. Move around, angle, pop the jab, box him, exit. Easier said than done. Nice uppercut by Galal. Galal's bleeding out of his nose now. This is a bloody, bloody fight. 30 seconds left in the 9th. That's better work from Galal. That's better work from Galal. Nice jab, angle change. Rodriguez is taking steps back, fires back. I think Galal sees something here. Obviously, they're both fading. Big right hand by both guys. They're trading in the pocket. 15 seconds left in the 9th. Both guys seem hurt. Rodriguez is coming back. Rodriguez is going for it. Stop the fight. Oh, my God. Insane. Insane. Dude, it was a good round for Galal up until that last flurry. And then he took about 10 unanswered shots. What is his corner saying? Man, you got to start thinking about the health of your fighter, guys. What? Going into the 10th, they don't look happy. These are all Yafai guys. Rodriguez, more output, more pace, the more accurate fighter. Like I said, you could argue that they should stop the fight. I've probably given Yafai 2 rounds. Yeah, tons of spirit. Tons of spirit. Round 10, guys. Guys, wherever you're tuning in, like this video. Round 10 of the main event in Birmingham. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. Rodriguez, in my opinion, and I took Galal on my parlay. Rodriguez is beating the piss out of Galal. He is. Rodriguez is. It's just the pace. The pace, the volume. Look at that. Rodriguez has landed 438 to Galal's 198. He's out on his feet. Oh my God. Jesus. It looked like Galal was out. He is getting touched up, guys. This is, big headbutt. This is looking brutal. He's taking so much damage. He won't go down though. But these are the fights that wear on you. The volume fights, when you take all these shots. This is where boxing gets dangerous, guys. All of these shots. Yafai's going through the ropes. Where is his corner at? This is getting bad. This is getting hard to watch, man. Where's the ref at? The ref is covered in blood. If he dies, he dies. What the heck? You can stop this fight. I don't know if I want to see much more of this. Galal's not going to quit on himself, but you as his handlers have to take care of your fighter. This is getting hard to watch. 90 seconds left in the 10th. You know, they're just banking on a Hail Mary here. It's such a brutal sport. I mean, if you care about your guy, though, you want him to fight another day. Granted, you know, Yafai hasn't been knocked down. He's been wobbled a couple times. His eyes haven't rolled in the back of his head. So, you know, his consciousness is still there. But at the same time, he's taken so much damage. He's taken so much damage. 50 seconds left in the 10th. Oh, my God. Rodriguez was measuring him up. Oh, man, 30 seconds left. Rodriguez is nonstop. The Chihuahua is his name for a reason. There's nothing Yafai is doing to get Rodriguez's respect. 15 seconds left in the 10th. They're both bloody as hell. The ref is covered in blood. Yafai is definitely getting the worst of it. Maybe 8-2. Oh, God. Rodriguez's eye is disgusting. Tell me Rodriguez doesn't look like Edwin Valero. Or any, to all you OG boxing heads. Am I off? He looks like Edwin Valero right now. With the blood in the hair and the eye hanging down. Edwin Valero, 27-0, 27 knockouts. But then he turned into a psycho, and then he did the worst thing in the world. So do your homework. But they look alike. They do. He's like the second coming of Valero. Even though Valero is still alive, but in prison. Or did he off himself? I don't know. I have to look at... Don't know how to box, point blank. Kingdom Life! Yeah. Valuev! 2 rounds left. Like I said, if you're handled... Yeah, I thought he did. That's what I thought. Here we go. If you guys pick the over, you're looking good. If you pick Rodriguez, you're looking real good. If you pick Yafai like me, we're not looking that good. You put 100 on Yafai by decision. Oh, God, Havelock, we're not looking good, buddy. I got my money on Yafai, too. Rodriguez is going 230. Yafai is just tough. He's not going down. 98-92. Yeah, Rodriguez is walking away with this. Galal's still coming forward. Nice jab. Galal's still fighting. 2 minutes left in the 11th. Yeah, tips would be great. 1-800-STOP GAMBLING. 1-800-TIP the bartender. Terrible corner, yeah. I mean, the corner knows their fighter better than anybody. But, I mean, big right hand by Yafai. 1:40 left in the 11th. At this stage of the game, they just want to see if he can see it through. But, mate, he's taking so much damage. 90 seconds left in the 11th. The corner had no answers. I don't like to hear that. We haven't seen any adjustments by Yafai. Another push down. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, that the corner was trash. Yeah, I don't like Yafai's game plan, like I said, straight up from the first 30 seconds. Yafai's game plan looked suspicious, and Rodriguez's game plan was on point. Pressure forward, drown him, bully him, force him into a dogfight, and it's been like that ever since. No one's been knocked down yet, though. So I know a couple boys went heavy on the knockdown prop, and I would be watching I didn't do the knockdown prop, but this is one of those most frustrating fights if you played the knockdown, because all the damage Yafai is taking, but he won't go down. 30 seconds left in the 11th. Yeah, the ref is just like, dude, the ref is covered in blood. Both boys are covered in blood. It's a one-sided affair. There's cuts on both eyes from headbutts. Show the video. Okay, James Bayard, I'll show you the video so I can lose my channel. Scrub. No, he doesn't look like Edwin in his hair, though, long enough. I think so. Agree to disagree, mate. Big right hand. Rodriguez. Oh, God. 1 round left. Rodriguez is barking at him. It doesn't look good for us who pick Galal Yafai, guys. The knockdown prop bets are still alive. I know, Goat. These cats is wild. They also don't respect the hustle. They don't understand the game. You know what I'm saying? From a content creator perspective. Show me the fight. Okay, mate. Tell me five current world champions. I'll show you the fight right now. Go. Round 12. The fight's streaming on DAZN, guys. But everybody watching, Fiziev and Bohemondez are going at it. There's 15 seconds left in that fight. I don't know who's winning. They're both bleeding. I picked Fiziev to win this fight. I don't know who's winning the fight. Round 12, guys. Oh, Yafai's hurt. Oh, it's over. Knockdown prop bet. You guys need one more. Knockdown prop bet. You guys have 2.5 minutes. It's looking good for you. Knockdown prop bet. Oh my God, you're gonna win that bet. Yafai gets dropped one more time, you win. Oh my God. Stop it. They're not, with 2 minutes left in the 12th, they're not going to stop it. Rodriguez is just as sharp. Yafai is getting beat up. 2 minutes left in the 12th. This is a beatdown. Guys, this is a beatdown. Galal got that ass beat. I was wrong on this one. Galal wins a split. You wild. 1:45 left. I'm just hoping my boy Muscles gets his knockdown prop. I want to see one more knockdown so he wins. It's going to be a heartbreaker to lose if he doesn't get that. 90 seconds left in the 12th. Rodriguez is throwing haymakers. Galal has no answer. Maybe you give Galal 2 rounds. He is taking a beating in this fight. No plan B or C. The game plan was shite. Galal's, I'm shocked at the lack of game plan from Galal. I'm shocked at the lack of levels from Galal in terms of being able to go to a plan B or C. I'm shocked at him not setting the jab up. I'm shocked at him not working the body. Everything we see from Chihuahua, though, we knew. I just thought that Galal Yafai would be able to negate this pressure and game plan based off of his boxing skills. and his game plan. But nope, I was wrong. Oh! Galal's out! Oh, my God. 30 seconds left. Oh, my God. If you hit that knockdown, you have to be screaming at the TV. You have to be screaming at the TV right now. 20 seconds left. The knockdown prop was over 1.5. A couple of my buddies went heavy on it. You guys need one more knockdown. 15 seconds left. Oh, my God. I didn't make that bet, but I lost my bet. Galal got his ass beat. Oh, he's holding. You guys are screaming at the TV. And it's over. I told you Fiziev would beat Bo on Mondays. I told you Fiziev would beat Bo on Mondays. Yeah, Yafai's cooked. My parlay's cooked. Rodriguez fought. The fight of Rodriguez looked amazing. It went all 12. Got the over. Congrats on you guys who hit. Yeah, if your muscles, you're pissed. Guys, like this video. This is it for the Birmingham card. We'll keep it on for the decision. We got the top ranked card starting in a couple hours from New Jersey. Headlined by Vito Melnicki. Co-headlined by Jahai Tucker, Truck Simpson. Guys, we got midweek boxing. Liam Paro is fighting in the co-main, and Liam Wilson is fighting in the main event in Cairns, Australia on Wednesday night, your Tuesday. If you guys are unfamiliar with Cairns, Australia, that's where the Great Barrier Reef is. So Liam Wilson and Liam Paro on that card. I'm going to cover both of those fights. I'll upload those tomorrow. Callum Walsh wins that fight. Who went? Oh, Rodriguez beat the piss out of Galal. No way. Rodriguez beat the piss out of Galal. Even though my parlay would win, if Rodriguez gets robbed, I'm gonna be pissed. They better not rob him. I'm gonna be. This is a fight. I don't care about losing money, or being wrong on my prediction. But I'm going to be super pissed if Rodriguez gets robbed here. Yeah, he beat the brakes off that man. Yeah, the tread on the tire was bullshit. Way wrong. Not listening anymore. Don't listen. At least I come with reason. They better not rob him. Oh, I missed the fight and I predicted wrong. I'm not listening anymore. Oh, don't tell Dad on me. They better not rob him. Yeah, great performance. Levels. What do they say? Levels. Yeah. Sounds like oh, should get robbed. Yeah, he shouldn't get robbed. He beat that. Galal got that ass beat. Here we go. Unanimous decision. I would have stopped that fight. Guys, stay tuned to the channel. His career's not over. We got the top rank card in a couple hours. It's Sunday morning here in Australia. I'm going to go do some powerlifting real quick. And then I'll see you guys in a little bit for the Truck Simpson, Jahai Tucker. Oh, yeah. Said, we wrong, baby. Yeah, Rodriguez beat that man up. I was way up. Guys, stay tuned. About to go train. Appreciate the support. Like this video. And good luck on the top rank card.